Hello and welcome to the Congo Hour. My name is Trippy. I want to thank you so much for tuning in this evening. As you can see, Wayna is not here. She is out celebrating with Gundy. He just graduated, I think, from Wilmington University. So we definitely want to give him a shout out. I want to thank Rita for coming on. Dr. Sharita Carroll. She said I have to
really
give her props.
Really?
I want to thank Dr. Sharita Carroll II for coming on and filling in for Wayna this evening. It was last minute. She didn't even know she was going to be here. She needed a ride. I said perfect timing. I know just where we can go. So she is here. She's going to help me host this evening. My dad is also here, so he's going to be here throughout the next couple of interviews. So, Rita, what's going on? I mean, Dr. Carroll.
Trippy, really.
Dr. Carroll, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Trip?
Okay. All right. So let us know how you became a doctor.
Really?
Yes. Give us your background.
I went to school.
Okay.
I have an undergrad in human resources and criminal justice, a master's in mental health, and I went for a PhD program in psychology, and there you go.
All right. And
I'm starting back.
everything?
Excuse me, yes.
Okay.
Don't really
All right.
trip.
Okay. So
I'm a
just
certified mental
making
health
sure.
screener,
All right.
and I'm returning back to Widener in the fall for a dual program, which is in human sexuality, another PhD, and an MSW.
All right. So tell us what you do. Like you said, you're a mental health screener. Right?
Yes.
What is that?
People with mental health issues. We talk to them to see if they need placement, if they
Okay.
need to be committed, if they need help, because mental health is serious in our
Yes,
community.
that's true.
Yeah.
So how do you get involved? Does the family call you directly, or do you work with an agency and they
No,
call the
actually,
agency?
I work with an agency.
Okay.
And people that need to be committed or think they have issues, they give us a call. And we
Okay.
go out and we screen them. We talk to them to see what medications work for them, what their best placement is, and things of that nature.
So are you mainly like focused on adults, or do you see children as
We
well?
focus on adults right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know, like if a family has some concerns about a child in their family, who could they call? Do you know any of that information?
Not really with children because I
No.
don't work with them, but
Okay.
adults 18 and up, they could call Horizon House 302-655-7108, and we
Okay.
do placements there.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. You want to introduce our first guest? Do you-
Tyra.
No.
It's
Tyra.
Tyra.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
It's her
gonna-
first time.
Yeah,
out
No,
on
this
Harvard.
is, listen, everybody. I just got this job 3 minutes ago, so please do not blame me. I have nothing to look over. I just sat down, and Trippy just gave all this
That's
to
true.
me.
She's telling
So
the truth. She's
here we
telling the
go.
truth. You're doing an excellent job too.
Wayne, I miss you.
I do
I
too.
really do.
I miss you even more, Wayna. But continuing on, we have our first guest. She is the owner of Artistries. And her name is Tara. With it, the H is pronounced, so it's not Tara. It's
said
Tara.
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 She is coming on to talk about her business and give us
Yes.
some of her background and just
Yes.
let her know what's going on in her life. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us what's going on.
Well, I'm Tara. I am a nail technician, licensed nail technician here in Delaware and in Atlanta. I just recently opened up a nail salon by the name of Artistry Salon Studio. It's actually a full service salon,
Okay.
but I am a nail technician, so for some reason I always go for nails first.
Right.
But we do offer hair, nails. I have an esthetician there that does lashes and facials and waxing, and there's also a licensed massage therapist there as well.
Okay. So you said you're between here and Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that.
So I've been in Atlanta now for about a year and a half.
Okay.
Traveled there, moved there because I was doing nails here. I've been doing nails for a long time, and a lot of people knew me, but I didn't feel like Delaware was giving me that support that I
Right.
needed, that
Right.
backbone support. So I went to Atlanta and really hustled, if you will, and built my clientele from the ground up. I didn't have any family, any friends in Atlanta. I just went out there with God and faith and just really went out there and did my thing. So,
Okay.
and I built up a really great clientele in Atlanta as well. So it's great to have. Now, I guess the saying is true, if you miss something, you want it back. And Delaware wants me back now.
Okay. That's a good thing. And I heard that you're coming back, right? You're
Yes,
coming
I
back.
am coming back. It
Okay.
was a secret, but it's out now.
Okay. All right. All right. So what are your hours at Artistry?
So right now, Sundays and Mondays we're closed, and we're open Tuesday through Saturday from about 9 to 8 p.m.
Okay. And you have walk-in, or do you
Yep,
prefer?
walk-ins are welcome.
Okay.
Appointments are preferred just
All right.
because it's better to come in and have your time especially with me, I get busy a lot, but I'm always open to having new clientele and new people come in the door. So definitely walk-ins are always welcome for all the services.
Okay. And did Dr. Carroll, did she get your information before we came on, and she got your phone number?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, remember?
Okay,
we were sitting in there.
Okay.
Because you
right
need your
there.
nails done, and I would love
Exactly.
I wanted to make sure
Oh,
that-
you're going
that
to
we
say
put
that
it
right
on the
now.
screen.
We did.
We're gonna,
I did give it to somebody.
Okay, I just want to make sure that
Put
Abby
on the
can
screen.
put her information on the screen so
You did.
people know how to contact you.
Yeah.
You said she does need her nails done, huh?
Look,
Yeah, well, no, you know,
Really?
I'd
you
love
noticed
to
that?
do them though. I'd
and
love to
I'll
service
be
you.
there.
I
will
really
be there.
hope so.
Now, did you have any prom specials, graduation specials?
We do. So we have prom specials.
Okay.
All prom guests come in, they get 10% off, and that's off all the services that we offer in the salon. We did have a prom giveaway, but it didn't go that well. But ladies, if you're out there, we still want you to come definitely and get pampered by us. We want everyone. All is welcome. We are having our grand opening celebration this weekend.
Okay.
Saturday, we want everybody to come out there for sure. I want all of Delaware who I didn't think had my back to be there and just really celebrate this milestone with me. A lot of people that have been to me know me from doing nails in my mom's basement. So we are out of the basement.
All right.
And what's the address again?
3700 Old Capitol Trail, Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay, there we go. We have information on the screen now.
Nice.
All right. So, go over your services again.
So
besides nails.
offer,
You do-
okay, so we have a hairstylist in there by the name of Desire Styles. She
All right.
offers all hair services, braids, sew-ins, weaves. We have a massage therapist by the name of Sonia. Her moniker is Healing Hands Massage, and she does a phenomenal job.
All right.
Okay.
I typically don't like to be touched, but she did it. She was good.
All right.
Then we have Kiana. She's a esthetician. She's working on becoming an esthetician and really growing in the business. Coming from Atlanta, lashes is a huge thing.
Okay.
Brows, now they like paint the brows on, I guess. It's a big thing there. And we're really trying to bring those really new and unique services to Delaware because it's not really here.
Right.
So we want to introduce that to as many people as we can and get them to know, we do offer lashes and we're continued education. We also have a classroom in the back. So we want to teach as many people as we can really to get people to do better work and service people better. Community service. We want to definitely get back to the community as a salon. So we want to do everything possible. It's a small salon, but I want our name to be big and not just be known for nails or hair, but really to giving back in our community as well.
I like that. So you said you have a classroom there. Tell me about that.
So we want to offer continued education for people who are in the industry and for people that really want to learn. I'm looking for nail techs. I'm just going to put that out there right now. And I'm willing to train them because I think that the biggest thing here in a lot of places, even in Atlanta, most cities I've been to, is they lack what good nails are about, and I want to really give that back. So for anybody who wants to learn how to do nails, who wants to continue learning how to do anything, the hairstylist, she wants to teach. I do have a licensed instructor that's a nail technician there, so we really want to put that out there for people because that's not a big program, but it's unique, and there's a lot of people out there that want to do it but just don't know it's available.
So are there costs involved with that?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So Sunday, as a part of our grand opening weekend, we were going to have Elevate Your Artistry, which is really just continued education. So we had a nail program, which is you'll learn like the 10 latest designs. We'll provide a kit, and it's $125. But you learn from both me and my licensed educator. And we really go in, we give you all the tools that you need to learn. And we really teach you all the things to better your artistry. And that's why I really came up with this name, is for everyone to, really do well in their craft. And that's what, being an artist is. Our hairstylist also offered a course called So Natural, which is closures and anything like that. People do closures and they look like wigs, and that's crazy. So she wants to help people learn how to put that on and how to really put it in properly. And she's also offering a class, and it's also $125. And really to sit in, there'll be a model, and she'll show you how to do it, from start to finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot going on. I like that.
I know. I like to keep it busy. I like to keep it busy.
Now, with Father's Day coming up, do you service males too?
Of course.
Okay.
We want them to come get facials, manicures, keeping nails clean. It's nothing like a man that has dirty nails. It's terrible.
Right.
I see you trying to peek over here.
I was
Come on,
looking.
my leg.
I was looking. I was going to take a shot, but I stood back.
Nope.
But no, it's good. We definitely want to do that. We want to reach out to everybody in the community. We even
Okay.
want to do something for kids too. We have the classroom in the back, so for kids that might want to have like little spa parties, pampering parties,
Okay.
as soon as we can get more staff as far as nail techs
Okay.
who want to really come out and do that. It's like we have so much traffic and not enough people to service them. And I want service to be like that
Yeah,
number
that
one
makes a
thing. You know,
difference.
I just don't want anyone coming in. It's like, oh, well, I could do nails. I want you
Right.
to really want to love it and have a
Right.
passion for it. It's hard to find people like that, but
Right.
if I can do it, I'm sure a lot of people out there can for sure.
So tell us what you're near. What landmarks are near your shop?
So Kirkwood Highway is right there. Everybody
Okay.
who knows Panera Bread, you just make
Okay.
Yeah.
that left right there, Duncan Road, come down, and it's actually a standalone building right at the light.
Okay.
So right as you come down, you'll see us.
So do you have gift certificates available?
We
Like-
do.
Okay.
Honey, buy two,
I
buy
love it.
three, any
One for each
that you
hand.
want.
I love
Yes, each hand, your
Yeah,
feet,
which-
toes, his hands. Look, he don't let him take a
Come on.
shot. His
can't.
hands.
Come on, tell me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, so grand opening again is this Saturday.
Yep, this Saturday
All right.
on the 23rd, we want to see everybody there. Come out.
time?
It's from 1 to 7. We'll have a DJ, we'll have food, we'll have giveaways.
Okay.
All the services will be discounted.
Okay.
So we want everybody to come out and just really reap the benefits of,
Okay.
you know, really having us as the artist pamper you.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So-
what we're gonna do to help out, we're gonna give away a free massage
Yup.
for a guy, and
Yeah.
then
You wanna take
you want
that?
guys, you want
want
guys
guys?
to come
Okay,
here
yeah,
too,
okay.
right?
We
So
could do
It's
that.
Father's
See?
Day.
We could do
Yeah,
this
so
coming
yeah.
up. Okay.
We're gonna
Okay.
do that, and also we're gonna give away. I don't know how it was worded. I guess a nail.
Yeah, we could do a free gel manicure.
Okay.
There you
we
go.
do that.
And we can even add a bling nail. A lot
There
of
you
people
go.
love
Alright.
bling nails, and we love
So
to
that's
do
the
bling
first
nails
person.
because we use
Okay.
real, genuine Swarovski crystals, and
Okay.
people don't know that.
We're gonna do that for you, and then I guess the first two callers to call the number that's on the screen, they can leave a message on
They
that number.
can.
Okay, the
Okay.
513-9225.
9225, yep.
Okay,
And
call
just let
that.
them know they were from the Congo.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're gonna give away a free massage to one of the guys who are out there,
Yep. And a free gel manicure and one free bling nail.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate
All
it.
right. All right. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and again, Wayna is not in this evening. She is out with Gundy celebrating his graduation from
Yes.
Wilmington University. So again, we want to give him a shout out and say congratulations. He just come so far from you know where he's been and where he is
Where he's
now. So
going.
I'm really just proud of him, happy for
Absolutely.
him. And he's really a model of
He
what
is.
of
Gundy
what
is a role
you know, a real role model
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just someone who has had some struggles in the past and decided, you know, enough was enough, and just decided to make some changes in his life. And
Yes.
now he's, you know, he just graduated from Wilmington University, so I'm looking forward to big things from him.
Yeah,
He's a person that's always involved in the community.
He
Never
is.
forgot where he came from. Always doing things for the children, and so now I'm sure he'll do even more things. So
Yeah.
definitely want to congratulate Ugandi Jacobs again for his graduation from Wilmington University.
Yes.
And again, I'm joined by Dr. Sharita Carroll. She is filling in for Wayna
Yo.
this evening. And our next guest is Mr. Clay Hammond, and he is from Keeping It in the Community.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, you want to give us some background about yourself and about your organization?
Well, I'd rather talk about the organization.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm chairman of the Delmarva Black Chamber of Commerce. And we started the organization because when I came to Delaware, there was never any discussion about creating a vibrant black business community.
Okay.
So in looking at the public sector, nobody was talking about that. So I'm an advocate that why should anybody care more about our community than us?
Yeah.
So again, we said we wanted to start this and really begin to promote the idea of a vibrant business community, because if you look at all the groups in the country, those who become really empowered have a vibrant business community, whether it's Italians, the Jewish,
Right.
other folks. So if we want to have the same type of economic success stories, we need to have a strong business community. So we've done that, and for the last 3 years, we've been focusing on growing up, creating entrepreneurs and growing black businesses. So
Okay.
that's
Now,
what
how do you, you said you've been focusing on creating entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
So how
One
do
of the
you
things we've
explain
done is we've just recently partnered with the Kaufman Foundation, which is the only entrepreneur foundation in the country, to do a really unique community-based entrepreneur program.
that? Okay.
Most business programs focus on a business plan. This program focuses on giving you the entrepreneurial skills, mindset, creating a network of mentors, because at the end of the day, I've always been amazed that people want to go out and start things themselves. Why don't you learn from people that have already been doing it,
Right.
so you can so you don't run into all pitfalls.
Right.
So we're going to be launching that in the fall with churches and communities. Because one of the things we found out is in Delaware, if you want to get entrepreneurial resources, they're between 9 and 5. Black folk work.
Right.
So we're going to do it on weekends and evenings. So
Okay.
we just do things really differently
Okay.
because the majority of community stuff is primarily for them. We've got some cultural things we've got to deal with. So we always try to do unique, culturally sensitive stuff.
Right. So if someone wants to be a part of your organization,
Well, we encourage
work?
African Americans business owners to do it because one of the things we've got to come together in numbers.
Right.
Because you can't impact public policy by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a lot of work to do in the state because
Yeah.
we have not gotten our fair share of resources, or has there been attention on what we do. So we encourage any entrepreneur to grow. We're a member-driven organization. If you want to come join and not do anything, we're not the organization.
Okay.
You need to come work
Right.
because we got a lot of work to do. We're now talking about growing the next generation of entrepreneurs. New-
So when you say you expect them to work, what kind of things can they look
Well, we
for?
want people to give back to the community.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's something that our parents always did.
Right.
And we're the most successful generation of African Americans ever existed. We've got intellectual capital, we've got human capital, we've got money. It's time to give back to the community. Our community is not going to heal itself. We've got to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how can people contact you?
Well, they can contact us by going to the chamber website at DEMD, blackchambercomcast.net. But I want to talk a little about our community campaign, if I can.
Okay.
Okay.
I do a lot of work around the country with different organizations, and I've become increasingly aware that economic empowerment is a new equality movement for the 21st century. We got the right to vote, we got everything else, but the question is we haven't consolidated our economic clout. So in doing our research, black buying power in Delaware is $4 billion. It's a lot of money
In
It's a
Delaware?
lot of,
in Delaware.
wow.
But the sad part is only 7 cents of every dollar we spend impacts our community. So how can we talk about empowering our community when we have such an outmigration of capital? So what we've done is we're challenging churches, fraternal organizations, Eastern Stars, Masons, community groups, individuals and families to spend $1 billion of that money, just 25%, with our businesses. Again, you don't have to tell Jewish people to support Jewish people. You don't have to tell Italian. But for some crazy reason, we got to tell black folks to support black businesses.
Okay.
So what we're doing is encouraging them to spend 25%. That $1 billion will create 10,000 jobs. We talk about unemployment.
Wow.
10,000 jobs is a lot of jobs because most
Yeah.
black businesses are sole proprietorships. So if we can hire 1 or 2 more people, that's significant. I mean, where does the young brother who's a returning citizen from prison go get a job?
Right.
He's not getting a job in the traditional mainstream because it's not happening now. That's why recidivism is so high. So we're encouraging folks to do that. And we've come up with a host of resources. We come up with a tracking form that families can use or organizations can use on a monthly basis. But more importantly, we want to begin the dialogue, and we're launching this program on May the 28th this month.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess it's one thing to talk about it, but how can people find out how to support?
Well,
black
we've got
businesses?
literature that you can go on our website and download,
Uh-huh.
or if anybody wants to contact us or email, we'd be happy to send out the information. We're working with IMAC, I just met with the president of Panhandle Elder Council today. So we're really reaching out to create partnerships with organizations because
Okay.
we've got to get people educated about this because, I mean, if you look at our communities, I can't tell people all the time, the reason these brothers out here slinging dope is not they on the career track. A lot of them can't get a job. So
Hey, most of them do want to work.
exactly,
Yeah.
they want, I can tell you how slinging dope's going and dead or in jail.
Right.
That's not a career track.
All right.
Right.
So again, we really got to begin to understand that if we keep more money in our community can look radically different. We can have employment, we can have a thriving business community, we can have dollars circulating in the community. It's commonsensical. So we've just got to really do that, and we want everybody to get involved.
Right. Do we have like one source where we can go? I mean, there's just a list of most of the black businesses.
We're actually developing that now.
Okay.
Part of our campaign is we're going through churches, sororities to identify entrepreneurs.
Right.
We're going to put that in a directory, and we've just begun a discussion with the company to create a mobile app
Okay.
to put on the phone. Because
Okay.
everybody's got a smartphone.
Right.
Well, not everybody. 75% of black folks have a
Right.
smartphone. So we want to
good
begin by
Yeah.
September, October. We want to have a directory that we can give to churches, but also put on a app so people can identify businesses. So that's where we're at. We're in the identification stage now, and again, we're talking with, had a meeting with Pastor Beeman the other day to get it all out IMAC churches.
Okay.
So we're real excited about that.
Yeah.
Any other points that you want to talk about?
No, I just really want black folk to really understand that self-help is a concept that goes back to when we were freed from slavery. We had nobody else to depend on.
Right.
But we got from being with basically shirts on our back to creating banks, insurance companies, major corporations. We've got to, there's nobody we can depend on but ourselves.
That's so true.
So we've got to really understand that we've got to come together and act like our forefathers did and work towards each other and uplift each other. It's just simple as that.
Right. Stop making excuses about why not. You know, how
I
come
wasn't
we
born
can't-
on slavery.
Right.
I don't know nothing about slavery.
Right.
Why we
Right.
can't support this
Right.
business, or why you do support this business. I think it's, I mean, what you're talking about is really important.
Absolutely.
We have to get to that mindset of other ethnic groups.
Exactly.
Now we have to support each other.
Well, not just other, we got to love each other.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
John got a Cadillac. I ain't got a I don't have a Cadillac. He has a Mercedes. I want to see every black person do well
Yeah.
because it's a good role model for our kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't have to be LeBron James
Right.
or T.I. They can
Right.
be business people.
Right.
And I think that's critically important. Everybody can aspire to that.
Right.
I know I'll never be LeBron James. Or T.I. But everybody can be an electrician, having your own business.
That's
You
true.
can be a plumber, have your own business.
That's
You can
true.
be a chef with a catering company. That's something that's attainable for everybody.
That's true.
All right. Well, thank
Wow.
you. Mr.
Thank you.
Sam.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate your information.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Okay. All right. We're going to take another break, and we'll come back with Miss Edie Pridgeon from Delaware State University Alumni Association, and she's going to come on with my dad. So we have Sammy's Corner coming up next.
Yeah, that-
All right. Welcome back to the show. We hope that you have enjoyed our first two interviews. And you had so much input to give on the last interview. Wow. I know. You're a co-host. I mean, you're supposed to help me host.
Well, you asked everything.
I'm supposed to like.
I want Wayne back right now. I'm telling you, when you come back on, I'm going.
I want her back so much more than you do. But again, I want to thank you, though. I
No,
want to thank
really.
you. You're doing an excellent job.
You're welcome. I didn't say nothing.
So for our next interview, we have Miss Edie Pridgeon. She is here from the Delaware State Alumni Association.
Yes.
She's joined by my dad, Sammy. So we're going to have Sammy's Corner. I guess it's a relaxed Sammy's Corner reader. He has his jeans on.
Leave him alone. He's still sharp.
He's, I remember one time I came on with no tie, and my parents had a fit. And this guy's coming on with his jeans and his sneakers on and everything.
He's cool. He
Yeah, I
is.
see. What's going on, Mr. Congo?
Doing great.
Doing great?
Mr. Congo.
All right, all right.
Can we get on with the show?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. So Miss Edie.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
Doing great.
I think this is your first time being.
Yes,
on the
on
show,
Congo
yeah, you
Hours.
always
I
watch.
advertise on Congo.
Yes, you do. You're always sending in flyers and church announcements.
Yes.
And we're always happy to do those for you, but it's good for you to be here.
Thank you.
You want to give some background about your relationship with my dad and our business?
Yeah, well, we started out when your dad and your mom lived in Oakmont, and Paulette Lammers is the one that introduced, he was doing some outreach.
Okay.
And so she said, oh, this is a good person. I was working in the community anyway. And he wanted to start a gospel choir at the Y. And I got all the kids
I
from
never knew that.
Oakmont, Rosegate, Simon's Garden. We had about 70 kids.
Yeah.
And Ruth Blackshear Krisden was the one playing, and oh my gosh, those kids could sing. So that's the way we got started. And then I guess once they started the funeral home, because we had that relationship, he asked me to work, and that's when everything was over at 2nd and Gray.
Right.
But every time somebody come, I was too emotional. I was just working the office, no funerals, but I was shut the door and cried, so I couldn't handle it. So then I did come back in 1984. It was January when Cheryl's brother had passed, and she was going to Harrisburg, I think it was. And I was just to work the viewing until the regular staff, and my first funeral was Bohemia Manor.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And from there, zoom.
Oh, still
And I
here.
used to do like the errands and things like Linda's doing now. So I got to know the families and
Right,
everything. And then,
right.
of course, he recognized my talent. And I started working full time and loving it.
Oh, okay.
And that's history. And then I came back. I left in '88. Then I came back in '97 doing the programs, which I'm doing now.
Doing
And
it
Miss
ever since.
Urzel Fogg was my first program.
Oh,
Not Miss Urzel, but Miss Fogg was.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what brings you on the show this evening?
Today, I'm putting on the hat with the Newcastle County Alumni Chapter of Delaware State University.
Okay.
And we're going to have our luncheon in August, August the 16th at 2 o'clock at Cavaliers Country Club. And this year I'm chairing, and I want for our goal, and the whole body has agreed, to raise at least $50,000 because we want to give, we always give 6 deserving Newcastle County high school graduates that are going to Delaware State $1,000 each. But this year we're going to give some of the money back to the college under the the DSU Foundation. That's for returning students. You know, a lot of times you can get the money that first year, but the return, and so that's going to go into that fund.
Okay.
And we're going to honor 5 people, and one of the great things and exciting things for me is that we're going to try to find the oldest living Delaware State alumni.
Okay.
And we've already got a good track with, you know, some of the things. So we figured that they're going to be in the 90s and age-wise, but we have a lot that are in the 90s that are still living
Wow.
here in Delaware. So if we don't, I know we're going to come up with someone, but we're going to say the believe because we don't know. We can't really say that this is going to be it. And Robin Brown from the News Journal is going to do an article on that.
Cool.
So hopefully it'll go out on the web and everything, and we'll find that person. We're going to pay tribute. Hopefully they'll be able to come, but if not, we're going to just pay tribute to them.
Okay.
You should also give an award to the graduate who spent the most time there at Del State.
Well, that would be
That would be the
Now
person to your right.
We'll do that
Do
privately.
that privately.
okay?
Okay. All right.
That's another fundraiser.
That'd definitely be a fundraiser.
And the people that we're going to honor this year, we have Donald and Dolores Blakey from Dover. And Donald, I know, worked there at Delaware State when I was going there. But also, they have given back so much to the college. And we honor people that have been instrumental in supporting the college there, and like you and your father have done, and both of you have been honorees before. And we also have Mr. Bernard Pinkett, who the world knows. And anything that he's a part of, he gives 150% of anything. And then because of education and how much the president of city council is involved in education, we're going to do Theophilus Gregory as well. And the other one is Dr. Marsh. I don't want to mess up his first name, but he is the dean of agriculture, and he's done so much to grow that business. Then take grow, you know, the pun on it, and I think that, you know, that's it on our honorees. And also our keynote speaker will be the provost that is at Delaware State, Dr. Alton Thompson.
Okay.
And so that we've been working, a lot more people coming to our meetings, and we're on our way. We already, and also we're going to ask different people to give $1,000 towards that. And then we're gonna have like a red and blue page. We're gonna announce, print their name, and also give them a full page ad.
Okay.
So, and we're trying to get people that may not are the regular ones that give to Delaware State. However, you all can give too, but we're going to try to ask people that we know that have $1,000 that can give to. Because we want to meet that goal this year, 50,000. And if we can go over it, that'll be really good. What do you
So
say?
how do students apply? How do students apply that are coming out of high school?
Well, we have it on our website. It's in the pendiums in all high schools. And our deadline was, we extended it because we only had 2 students. And plus we give them, as a part of our fundraiser, we give them book vouchers. So in August, we have every freshman in Newcastle County, we invite them. We have it at the Powell Center on a Saturday. Their parents come. Dr. Williams always comes up there, comes to the event. And we give them book vouchers. And it depends on how many come, but usually it's $100. Okay. And then some of the alumni put in and give another $100 to all the kids. And it's surprisingly, even with city council, a lot of the students that come in and ask for money at Wilmington City Council, I ask them, have you applied with the Alumni Association? And they can just go online on Delaware State, because all the alumni associations are posted there.
So it's extended right now because only
Yes.
2 students applied?
Only
So
2.
you're going to give away 6 scholarships, right?
Yes.
You have 4 more spots
So 4
available.
Yes.
more.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
So if you're listening out there, or if you know someone that's going, please have them. And Ned Brown handles that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Dad, I know you want to definitely talk about, I guess, the importance of support. I'm not going to say anything funny. I know it was funny earlier, but now I'm going to be serious. Just, I guess, the importance of supporting Delaware State.
Well, I guess when just sitting here listening to Edie, and my mind was moving about 1,000 miles an hour, and I guess the 1 and 1 is 2, no matter where you go, and somehow there is a mindset that when we come to our own, like Delaware State University, 1 and 1 does not equal 2. And so we're stigmatized by a negative identification. Delaware State has surely just gone above, way out above what I would call an expectancy. I think they measure up to wherever you could possibly go. I think the value that you and myself, Edie, all of us that went there, I don't know whether you went there or not, realize the value of the village. Because I'm sure that you, Edie, and myself understand how important it is that where we go in this community and we deal on a professional or non-professional level, we will realize that these people went to Delaware State University, and it's very meaningful. Like when we came along, and let's say when Edie grew up, Dunleith knew everybody. You knew everybody because everybody had to live there. And so we developed that relationship that made it a village. We need, whether you're a graduate or you didn't finish or whatever, we need to make this school and this state and this occasion to be such a success. Sending out the signal, the importance of the school, no matter who you may be. We want, one time, I was on a board of a bank, and the guy that ran the bank indicated to me that the Alumni Association didn't have any money, so they weren't important. And that's true, that when you go to the major schools, the alumni really support that school. And when they say something, it's done because of the financial strength that they have. We need that at Delaware State University. We allow ourselves to minimize our commitment to Delaware State University by things like a $10 a year dues or $20, whatever it is. All of us that graduated from Delaware State University and have been given tremendous opportunities need to recognize the importance of Delaware State University, what it has meant to us
Yeah.
over the years, or we would not, if I did not go there, I wouldn't have the opportunity to have the opportunities that I have. I recognize that, and every one of those opportunities have been very meaningful to me. So I think that we need to, as a citizenry, if that's such a word, of people in this geographic area, must begin to take on the responsibility of understanding the responsibility of supporting that school. So I guess I talked my time. So, but it's all in me in terms of how we forget.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
soon forget, and when we leave that school, we should never, ever forget what it has meant to us or what it will mean to us, and how can we help people who are in the same boat that we was in. Because it was difficult times going to school, and that's the reason why it took so much time, Edie. I wasn't down
That's
there
all right,
having a
Sam.
party.
You worked too.
Yeah,
while
but
you were
the
going to
other people who took a long time were party people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, drop out, regroup, go summer school
Yeah.
down to Kittrell. Remember?
But anyway, grew snakes and all this stuff. But anyway, seriously, Wilmington is just large enough, and Delaware is just large enough that we can make it happen.
Yes.
It's just us.
Yeah.
And so we need to get together, recognize what happens once we get together, and make it work. Yeah.
That's true, because we're always on here stressing the importance of education.
Yes.
And for kids to go to college.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they have the want, but they just can't afford it. So this is a perfect opportunity just for us
Yes.
to help those kids who we are encouraging. I guess for us to
Right.
put our money where our
Money
mouths
where
are,
our mouth-
and help that child to be successful. You hear so many horror stories of children who are at Delaware State but can't afford it, and
Yes.
have to drop out and come back home. And I'm sure that just has such an effect on them.
Right.
I couldn't imagine being in that situation. And I just, so I do have to be thankful and of, for what Delaware State has done for me, and for my family, and just for so many of my friends who I got, who are from here, from other states. So I'm definitely going to do a better job of supporting Delaware State, and just being that person who makes a difference.
Right.
And all of us can do it. It doesn't take a lot.
Yes.
I mean, if everybody just gave a little every month,
Every month.
yeah, that can just support so many children.
Yes,
who just have that
indeed.
same desire, just to do better. So.
Yeah, because sometimes we get calls even within the year where kids might need $1,000. They
Right.
might need
Yeah.
this, because you can't go from one semester to another until that one's paid. And everybody, and because there's so many more kids, I did a work study, and if it wasn't, when I went in '65, it wasn't for the Deltas giving me, I was the first Miss Jabberwock of Wilmington, and giving me that money, and then I did a work study and everything, I never would have made it. And then Social Security that year, because my father passed when I was 10, that was the first year, if you went to college, they started with the Social Security. And I think they cut that out. I don't know. Or either they cut the age, but, and that's why I went. It was, and then all the donations that you give for this is it's a 501c3, so it's 100%. Other than buying a ticket for the event, it's 100%, so it's tax deductible also.
Miss Edie, are counselors telling students about this program, about your program? To have only 2 apply out of 6?
We have sent to guidance counselors, different people in there. I'm not sure.
Okay.
These kids aren't getting the information.
Yeah.
And with the technology, they're not looking on the college. I'm not saying all,
Right.
but I mean, if you go in there, and I tell parents, whatever college they go to, check with the alumni, and they can help you. You know, a lot of information doesn't come out all the time, but we have sent out letters, and then the college sends out letters to all freshmen that are accepted to even come to our the day that we have our send-off with them, and I think we average maybe about 15, 20 students, and it's way more than that that's going. But one thing good that's with City Council, we don't have a deadline, so theirs just runs out when the money runs out. But you know, to pursue, because that's what I did when my daughter was accepted to A&T. I didn't have the money, and I started going around looking to see where grants. I came to Sammy, and it was the Charles Robinson, and you know, and you don't hear about those things, so you just gotta ask anybody. Do you know of any grants? The grants you don't have to pay back. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we thank you for coming on.
Oh, I enjoyed
When
this.
is the
It's August the 16th, which is a Sunday,
all right.
and it's at 2 p.m.
Okay.
And tickets are $50, and they will be available. We have a meeting Tuesday night, so after that, and once Delaware State sets up the account.
Okay.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you,
We're gonna
Sam.
take a quick break.
This was
We'll
nice.
be right back.
Can I stay?